What's up everyone? Today I'm down at Audi Greenville and behind me is a 2019 Audi Q8. Huge thanks to them for providing this SUV for me today. I'll have a link to their website down in the description below. The model that we're looking at today is basically fully loaded. It has the year one package on it as well. It's finished off in Daytona Gray Pearl and has an MSRP just under $90,000. Under the hood is a 3-liter turbocharged V6. This also has a 48-volt mid-hybrid system, and it's only paired to the Tiptronic 8-speed automatic with steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. This engine produces 335 horsepower at 5,000 RPM and 369 pound-feet of torque as low as 1,300 RPM. It does feature the Quattro all-wheel drive system, weighs around 5,000 pounds. 0 to 60 can happen in 5.6 seconds with a top speed of 130 miles an hour. And with a fuel capacity of 22 gallons, you can expect 19 miles in the city and 26 on the highway. The wheelbase measures 117.9 inches. It has an overall length of 196.3. The width is 78.5 and it has a height of 67.1 inches. Starting up front, this features an octagonal shaped grille that has been blacked out. It features 2 sensors for the adaptive cruise and distance pacing, along with the forward facing camera and 6 parking sensors. This comes with matrix design LED headlights and features sequential turn signals, deeper air intakes on either side to help provide more cooling to the engine, and it has very clean lines coming down the hood. Moving to the side, this features 21-inch 5 double-spoke wheels with a nice two-tone design. These are a part of the year one package. It also features 4-wheel disc brakes, heated and power folding side mirrors with the integrated turn signals, adaptive dampening suspension. There's very clean lines running down the side of the car, and the window trim has also been blacked out. And finishing up in the rear with the integrated spoiler and third brake light, the wiper blade has been moved to the lower section of the glass to help improve visibility. LED taillights come standard. They also feature the sequential turn signals as well that have a very nice design. There's a backup camera and 6 parking sensors and a towing capacity up to 7,700 pounds. Alright guys, so that sums up the walk around of the 2019 Q8. I was actually down here at Audi Greenville a couple weeks ago checking out a base model. So comparing that one to this one with the first year package, it is completely different with the wheels. There's sensors up front, a forward facing camera as well. A lot of cool technology in this one. Again, it's fully loaded. So let's go ahead and check out the inside now. With the key on me, I just place my hand in the door handle. It'll automatically unlock. Looking at the door panel now, it has nice black leather. All of the window controls are automatic up and down. With the side mirror controls, they're heated and power folding again. There's a nice wood trim piece around the aluminum release handle with your lock and unlock and all the memory seat adjustments. This features a 19-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system with the power liftgate control along with a little bit of storage space. Moving inside now to the black leather seats, they have good bolstering support to them. They are heated. They also feature an 8-way power and 4-way power lumbar support adjustability. Once inside, we're greeted with a fully wrapped black leather steering wheel. It has good hand positioning on either side. More aluminum trim pieces running along the bottom. All of the buttons on the right control your Bluetooth and your radio. This pulls up the backup camera, which I'll show here soon. All of these control the 12.3-inch virtual cockpit. So using those buttons now, I'm going to click on the view button and you're going to see the tach and the speedometer come to full screen. Clicking on it again, obviously you just saw the navigation there. There's a lot of different settings that we can go through. We can look at all your traffic information, driver assistance, and your energy consumption along with your trip A and trip B. You have your tire pressure, your music, your Bluetooth, and back to the navigation. Clicking on view again, we can see all of these in full screen now, so we can have the speedometer and the tach smaller, so you have that information even larger in front of you. You can scroll in and out on the navigation too, which makes it very easy. Very crystal clear, which is a nice image. You have your engine temperature on the left, your fuel gauge on the far right. More aluminum trim pieces surrounding the gauge cluster. It looks really nice. This also features steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. They're just finished off in black. To the left of the steering wheel, there's a small cubby space down below for anything that would fit here. It's just nice to have. You have more wood trim pieces and piano black finish above that. You have your automatic headlights. So obviously put them on auto, low beams. You have your side marker lights and then being able to turn those off along with your front all-weather lights. 1 air vent. The whole dash is covered in leather. And then moving on to 2 air vents and the first 10-inch screen. So if you've seen some of my previous 2019 Audi review videos, this is a very similar setup. It's also the same as the other Q8 that I did, minus the fact that this has the 3D camera, which I'll show here soon. You can see I have the navigation pulled up full screen. You have your Bluetooth, your music. We can go to the home setting. so you can look at all your different information. We can go into settings and look at your brightness and your keyboard and everything. So it's very easy to use. I'm going to keep this kind of short. If you want to see more of these features, you can check out the other videos. I'll have those down in the description below. You can look at weather, go into your vehicle again. You have all the different driving modes. This has an off-road setting, all-road comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual. So quite a lot more than the base model that I checked out. So putting the car into reverse now, I want to show you guys the 3D camera. This is a very cool system to go through, and I did this on the A7 review as well. You can see in real time exactly what's around you. You can see there's a black Audi right here. Again, that's this car right there. It's very crystal clear. It allows you to see exactly where the curb is, if there's anything in the road, and you can also pinpoint certain parts of the camera that it'll automatically go to, which is nice as well. There's a lot of different camera settings on this too. You can see we have the front. There's a front wide angle with lines, a top-down view, rear view with lines. You have another wide angle from the rear, and then you can see exactly where the front tires are placed along with the rear tires. And then of course you have your top-down to the side there. It makes it very easy to maneuver this car. So this screen basically features all of your AC controls, but before we get to this middle section, you have some presets that you can adjust on the top. We have the engine deactivations, basically the start-stop when you come to a stop. You have downhill assist control. This button here just brings the AC to full screen or minimize it so you can see your radio above that. You have a garage door button, and then pushing on this will turn on and off that upper screen as well. So getting into the buttons down below, you have your heated passenger and driver seats, so you can just push on those. You'll see the lines pop up. Again, you have your AC controls that you can pull up. So pushing on these buttons in the center, you'll actually see on the top, you can sync all of them together. You can just go to the rear, and that way you can adjust that as well, or you can turn everything completely off. So that's very easy to use. We can exit that mode. You also have some more recirc buttons for the AC. Down below you have your drive select, so going between comfort, auto, and all of those different settings, along with traction control, your hazards, and more of the defroster buttons. To the right is the power and volume for the radio. You have a driver assistance button. This will pull up your backup camera, so you can see the line there. Of course, those will turn when you turn the steering wheel. Then you have your engine start stop button. Behind all that, we have the leather wrap shifter. If you just pull it all the way back, that'll put it into drive. We can push it over to the right for sport mode and shift using this, or the paddle shifters again, and then back into the center. We just push on P to put it into park. You have your electronic parking brake behind that with 2 cup holders. Looking at the center console now, you can actually move this forward and back, whatever you preference, and you can also move it higher up if you'd like that. Pulling it up, however, you have a wireless charger with an SD card and 2 USB ports. Looking at the glove box now, there's definitely a lot of room. You can see all that paperwork in there. More of that black piano trim piece and more of the wood trim inlay. It looks very nice, very premium feeling against the black leather seats. This also has a sunroof, a little bit of a panoramic roof in the back half. All of those controls are obviously up front. You have your touch sensitive dome lights as well. So now it's time to move on to the rear seating. Of course, the door panel is finished off like up front. There's suede here, which I forgot to mention on the front doors as well. 1 speaker and a little bit of storage space down below. This is a 5-seater SUV, so let's go ahead and hop in. Behind both front seats, you have a little net for anything that you need to put there. There's 2 air vents in the center. This does again have the 4-zone climate control. So just by swiping on the screen, you can adjust the temperature. You have the fan speed. You can also have auto and off. So obviously each passenger has their own controls, which is very nice. As far as legroom goes, I definitely have plenty of legroom with the front seat set at my height, 5'10", and I have a good amount of headroom too. So you don't feel too crammed in the back seats. We'll go ahead and pull out the center armrest. You have 2 cup holders. You can also pull down the entire middle backrest there for more arm room or for anything that needs to go through the back. So you have a 40-20-40 split. There's a lot of room in the back seats, a lot of versatility. And then just by pulling on this latch on the far bottom, you'll see the seat fold down. We can click it into place. So they are pretty flat folding. And again, here's the view to the back. So you definitely have a lot of room. So now we'll go ahead and take a look at the rear storage space, and I can just pull on the electronic button under the Audi logo. Of course, you can use the key fob too. There's about 21 cubic feet of storage space with the seats up, and with them down, it's about 67 cubic feet of storage space. So there's definitely a lot of room and a lot of versatility in the back seats. You have a little bit of storage on one side with a 12 volt. These buttons here control the ride height, so you can adjust that higher or lower. Depending on if you need some help loading things into the back, it'll lower that height, so that makes it easier to do. You have a light on one side, this removable cover, so again, with the seats down, you definitely have plenty of room. And then we can just push on the button on the rear to close it up. All right guys, so that wraps up taking a look at the 2019 Audi Q8. I didn't get to take this out on a test drive today. I'll have a link to the first Q8 that I reviewed down in the description below where I take it out for a drive. Obviously, it's gonna be similar to this. This one is just fully loaded, so it has everything, the 3D camera, really nice wheels, the front adapters and camera and everything like that. So definitely a very cool spec to be able to check out. If you guys enjoyed that video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. Again, huge shout out to Audi Greenville for providing this for me today. And I'll see you guys next video.